Welcome to Puerto Vallarta, a bustling seaside resort city now, but in the 1950s and 60s it was a quiet fishing village without telephones, with only a few cars, and without an airport, accessible only by small DC-3 planes landing on an airstrip, or by driving along small mountain roads coming from Tepic or Guadalajara. In 1963, Hollywood film director John Huston brought a $3 million movie to Mismaloya, just south of Puerto Vallarta, along with hundreds of crew members and some of the most iconic actors of the time, including Richard Burton, Ava Gardner, Sue Lyon, and Deborah Kerr. The movie Night of the Iguana and the scandalous love affair between Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor became front-page news. Soon, a small group of Americans settled in the city center of Puerto Vallarta, along the Cuale River. Artists, writers, actors, friends of the movie stars. They rented palapa houses, and eventually a few of them bought or built their own villas along the river and up into the hills. The neighborhood became known as Gringo Gulch. Casa Cuale is one of the homes built in that era, and it's still one of the most intriguing homes in Puerto Vallarta, carrying with it the history of that time. Join us for a tour of this unique property and the surrounding area.
Hello, I'm Harriet Murray with Cochrane Real Estate. Today I'm going to show you the very special Casa Cuale.
Casa Cuale is located on the north bank of the Cuale River. The street along the river, Cuauhtemoc Street, is one of the oldest streets in Puerto Vallarta. Named after the last Aztec emperor, Cuauhtemoc Street has always been one of the most important streets in Vallarta. It runs along the Cuale, and some of the first homes in Vallarta were built here. Generations of people use this street to come down from the mountains to the beach or into town. There's even still an original house on the corner of Cuauhtemoc Street and Guerrero Street, where fishermen would weigh their day's catch. Richard Burton's and Elizabeth Taylor's former homes are located here, famously connected by a love bridge. Casa Cuale is one of the most well-preserved homes from that era, dating from approximately 1964. The home was designed by architect Luis Favela, and engineer Guillermo Wolf supervised the construction. Luis Favela, Guillermo Wolf, and Freddy Romero developed the Vallarta style of architecture. Freddy Romero's son, Raul, gave us a tour of the neighborhood and pointed out characteristics of Vallarta style architecture at Casa Cuale.
My name is Raul Romero. I am the son of Freddy Romero, which he was the developer of the style, known Vallarta architectural style, no? When my father arrives, he found a town, and the people who developed the town came from the mountains, from the towns of the mountains, Talpa, Mascota, San Sebastian. And they built their houses for that kind of weather. If you see old photos, you see houses with no balconies, no patios, cool houses, but not for this weather, okay? So my father started building in the hills with different levels, open spaces, balconies, teja roofs, different levels of tejas, iron, wood, glasses, celosía, which is these clay tiles of figures. So that was Vallarta architectural style. With the materials that there was in the area, it was very Italian, Spanish style, no? My father was the first one who built mostly of the first houses, Casa Caracol, Casa Villo, Casa for Berenice Star, Casa Los Sueños, La Bomba. And then Guillermo Wolf started making these houses. This house is made by Guillermo Wolf. And Luis Favela, who was an architect, he was the third one to arrive here. And those three persons make this style.
Casa Cuale is a terraced house with multiple levels built into the hillside. The entry door is at street level, and there's a garage for private off-street parking. We enter into a beautiful foyer with painted brickwork and wood carvings.
This was a Luis Favela work.
That would be something he would do?
Uh-huh. The entrance is very nice, and as you see this natural shape of the brick, and then painted like varnish. Like I told you, in my house, the floor was like this, just brick and then painted with varnish. Looks a little dark, no? So this is a very Vallarta style way of
treatment.
And you can see like columns, no? Made with brick, no?
The lamp above is a Tiffany-style German glass pendant light. Heading down a few steps to the main level, the next thing you notice about this home is the beautiful green tile. It's one of the features that gives Casa Cuale its unique look.
The floor, it looks like the old Vallarta style, but it's not. In those years, there was not tiles and all that stuff. So they have only cement, color for the cement. The first tiles was mosaicos. It was squares of cement polished with different colors. This looks like the original, but it's not. This is made with ceramic. The older one was cement, just cement, and then with the map and when you start walking, they start to be shiny. So this one looks like the original one, but it's not the original one.
Probably
okay?
lasts longer.
Yeah, and lasts longer. And you see the color is beautiful, and they make it in different colors in those years, like blue, like green, like yellow, like red, different kinds of colors on the floor.
The main level includes the living room, dining room, and kitchen, where you can see elements of colonial style architecture as well as elements of Vallarta style architecture.
So this is a big living area with a fireplace. Like I told you, mostly of the houses has a fireplace. Everybody say, why in Vallarta? But this looks like a decoration and nice, no? So Guillermo did two fireplaces, okay?
The living room features a sloping roof of beams and tile construction in the Vallarta style of architecture.
The roof very high with the beams and medio pliego. In those years, in the Vallarta style, the walls was painted in white, and the roofs, sometimes they left the original color of the brick, and sometimes they painted in white, like you see here, with the beams in black. That's the way they use it mostly in the houses in those years. Now they changed the colors, but the original thing is black the wood and white the walls. Yeah, absolutely. As you see, mostly of the houses are the same thing.
The living room is separated from the dining room by a large colonial-style brick arch, and arches are repeated throughout the home.
This is a very nice detail of arch with the natural bricks, and just shape it by hand, no? You see,
They did?
they did it like hand, no? Right here, you know that we have a very influence of arches. And my father, mostly of the houses, he used the arches. You are being in my house, and you can see the inside. My father make a lot of arches. So in those years, they use a lot the arches. Now the new designs of the new architects, they don't use that. Here is a mix of main door iron in arch to go to the patio, and it's with the square ones in the left one. So it looks like the mix of arches and the square ones, no? So it looks very nice, no? Because it's interesting. It's not too heavy, no? I think it looks very, very nice. And with the details of the iron, which it was the way of protection of those years, no? With forms and lines and draws in the iron gates, no?
The artwork in the home is the private collection of the former owner. The kitchen is large, open, and bright. It has a high ceiling and countertops made from the same custom green tile.
And this kitchen is very nice. It's very Vallarta style with the beams and the natural shape of the brick, no? They don't cover with cement, just natural way. It looks so nice and natural. But you see all the joints, when they build these walls, they have to clean every joint so you don't see so rough, no? That's the main thing of these walls, no? And they have to do it very well so they look clean and nice, no?
The dining room looks out over the large terrace. Colonial-style arched doorways with Vallarta-style wrought iron gates create a portal to the outdoor area. This terrace is one of the largest in Puerto Vallarta, and it overlooks the Cuale River. There are 2 covered areas and plenty of space for family gatherings.
This is a beautiful, beautiful patio outside. And as you see, it has a different levels. Down is another part of the house because the property goes from the upper part to the river. This is a big terrace here, using, besides the palapa, which is right here to the right side, and it's the coolest roof of all branches or trees or leaves. That's the coolest. The next ones are the teja, which is a Roman. The Roman teja. They designed the Roman, no? So this is the next coolest roof, no? With this space so beautiful, and the view of the river, no? So this is very, very nice right here. And you see the details of celosías making wind and light, no, to the space. So it's very, very nice. And you are right here in the river, which is so nice. And you are right when the first part of the Casa Cuale, what we call, no?
It's lovely to sit out here in the morning, listen to the birds and enjoy a coffee, or watch the sunset in the evening and listen to the river. Heading downstairs to the lower level, we pass the rock retaining walls that support the home. These rock walls are characteristic of the Vallarta style of architecture and can also be seen in other homes in the neighborhood that were built around the same time.
This is a very nice connection to the bottom part of the different level of the house, no? With this.
And
with these walls
this
of a
curve
stone,
and,
of a river stone, or sometimes from the sea. So it's beautiful, no? With this, as you see, it's not straight. All is with the shape of the mountain. It's round. So that's very nice. That's very Vallarta style, doing not straight, all in curve, no?
There is a fountain made of Mexican Cantera limestone and a dipping pool, continuing the colonial style of this home.
The walls of stone. My father, mostly of the houses, they use a lot of these walls to support and to make the houses, no?
There are 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, and 2 half baths. All bedrooms overlook the river. Two of the bedrooms have lovely sitting coves with windows facing the river for working or reading while being serenaded by the sound of the Rio Cuale. The construction style of the home allows air to flow through.
This is a very important detail of getting light and ventilation of the house, and use the celosia clay. No? This was the most traditional one, just the curve. Then later they make different forms and shapes, but this is the first one they use it. No, they use bricks to make ventilations. So my father was very good doing that, and Guillermo and Luis Favela, to how the houses has to face to the sun or to the south to be cool and open a space so the wind flows about the houses. I think who is gonna live here and to buy this property, it has a lot of value, because this is a very original house. And this is the way of all people who really loves the spot and the places and the details. It's a really a big treasure to be here and live in this house. It's so beautiful, and only the people who really like the story and to see the materials and the people who develop and why they develop this area. So I think it's very smart and nice to be part of this place. So congratulations if the people is going to buy this place. It's a jewel of Vallarta.